absolutely huge rays. And they do particularly like being fed by the divers, they get very excited. So just there at the front at the moment, which is zebra sharks again. And swimming around in the background, you may be able to see some larger fish. Now, some of you might think they look a little bit familiar. They look very, very similar to tuna fish. These big silver ones with the yellow tails here that are swimming around. These are called horse-eye jacks, and they are very closely related to tuna fish. They're one of the 189 different species of jack in the world, and that does include things like skipjack and yellowfin tuna. So they're actually doing a little bit of a tidy up for us in the tank. The sharks and the rays are pretty messy eaters. They have a tendency to spit their food out when they're eating, and all the jacks are doing is they're actually tidying up after them. So they're picking up any little bits of fish that the sharks and rays may have left behind. Now, because the rays are bottom feeders, they're used to sucking their food up from the bottom, and they actually crush their food. They have small, flat teeth, and they use those to crush their food. So in order to eat the food that we're giving them, which is things like mackerel and whiting, they do have to crush it slightly. So what you might see is something fairly disgusting. They'll pull the fish into their mouth, spit it back out, mash it about a bit, suck it back in again, spit it back out. Bits of fish everywhere. They're really messy eaters. So if you see the animals doing that, don't worry, they will eat it. They're just chewing it a little bit before they do. Now, someone I haven't seen yet is a swordfish. Now, the swordfish are one of the more unusual looking animals we have here at the deep. They're pretty big and they've got a big long nose. They look like a bit like a cross between a shark and a chainsaw. Now, our swordfish are very, very rare. You're actually incredibly lucky to see them. There's thought to be less than 200 of them left in the entire world, and we have only one of 3 mating pairs. We have a male and a female in here. We are keeping our fingers crossed, maybe in a couple of years' time, that we are going to have babies from our 3 swordfish, which will be incredibly exciting. Right, we've got Ben feeding now. I'll just explain a little bit about Tom's role in the tank. You can see Tom's floating around at the back there. He's not just chilling out and relaxing in there. He is actually doing a very important job. He is Ben's buddy diver. So if while Ben is feeding, one of the animals gets a little bit excited and should happen to knock Ben's mask off, which can happen, then Tom is on hand there to go and help him out. So what he'll do, he'll go over to him, he'll give him his spare regulator, his alternate air source, probably going to be able to